As you know, you always prepare for birthday parties, summer parties. Pool parties were very popular with me as a child. Cousins and friends in Wildwood had swimming pools, and I would ride my bike over from Park Estate to go swimming. And so, living here in Boston, we have free swimming pools. The pump is broke over Memorial Drive, but I used to swim with my buddies, my best friends from the Fenway. We'd go to the swimming pool that was near the Science Museum, but they've now made it a tennis court or something else. So public schools are, but we go to the pool also at Renge Ave. I used to live on Clifton Street with my late husband, Richard Thorpe. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is an activity that you can do related to Ocean Festival. So I showed you earlier how to make the ladybugs and the bee character. So I'm showing you now how to make Tiny, the pink butterfly. So what you're gonna want from the Dollar Tree is this very fluorescent color fingernail polish. You're gonna have to go some other shop because they don't carry this quality. But this is a very frosty, I think it says Essie polish. It's a very beautiful coral frosty orange color. And you can kind of see that from here. It's very glittery. So then what you do is you take the fluorescent to make the wings of the butterfly. You're gonna paint the back of it in the orange, and then you trim it in the fluorescent pink, and then you're gonna put your yellow dots on there. So you're gonna do, as you see, has one big one at the top and two small ones on the bottom. So we're gonna, I showed you earlier how to make the thorax and the head. And that's just basically, you're gonna have 3 spoons, and you're going to melt off those stems, and you're going to then melt them together. You don't even have to use I burnt this one, okay? I put it over the heat too fast, but you're not gonna have to use any hot glue gun with this if the kid is smart enough. If not, you can use hot glue gun. Then at the Dollar Tree, they have the googly eyes. Before, I used the ones that you got at Michael's, which were just black, but the googly eyes at the Dollar Tree include blue. So here you can see this is black, so you can make, if your child's eyes are blue or black, whatever you want, like with Big Z. So Tiny, the butterfly. And so once you make your butterfly, you're gonna use your glue gun to put the eyes on. You're gonna sew, you're gonna use your black marker like this, the thin marker, to do the eyes, the lashes, and the mouth. She has, in this particular page, it says that Tiny became afraid. She had traveled all the way to the beach. Butterflies are not supposed to get wet, right? So she was concerned, a little afraid about swimming, right? When you start to learn to swim, you probably get butterflies in your tummy and you're a little afraid. My cousins and I went to the Y in Oklahoma, is where I learned to swim, and I love swimming. I could swim, hold my breath and swim from one end to the other. And unfortunately, living in Boston, the last time I talked to one of my best friends, Emily Dungy, was shortly after the bombing in Oklahoma. So when I went back to visit, I went back to see the memorial. So if you ever go to Oklahoma, you want to go down to, I think it's called Red Town or whatever, and see the memorial and remember those beautiful children and their teachers who passed, because some people are obsessed with being malicious and doing malicious things. But these activities are to help with parents, adults, and have some summer fun, and to really deal with any anxieties. So to have a sense of accomplishment. So here we go. You're going to make the eyes. You're going to use your pencil to draw the face. Then you're going to make these beautiful wings, and I will show the finished product. Now, what I'm encouraging is teach your children that these spoons are used for ice cream, for scoops, right? And often they introduced during the 60s when I was a child a lot of drugs to experiment it. And my father was a sensitive soul, so when he got the injection at is it Arkansas, Fort Chappie, he was never the same. And so the introduction of drugs, especially heroin and hallucinogenics, to people like my dad and Jimi Hendrix, has a devastating effect on their spirit. Yeah, especially when they are children of Native American chiefs and blacks. The blacks that came over from Madagascar, being from South Africa, like come from the mindset of a Shaka Zulu. And when you introduce things to the combination of an indigenous American and an indigenous of Africa, it can really create a child that has, what we call the auspicious mind. And the auspicious mind is often manifested as bipolar until one knows how to, like Joseph, keep their dreams and their secrets, and have people who help them to manifest those dreams and protect them. So that's why I'm sharing. Do this, have your ice cream parties. Oh, so the story about the big balloon. So the goal is I'm going to attach this, the back of the knife as a hook on back of the butterfly, and then you can attach them to the balloon. So, your ice cream party can have the red balloon with, I'll show you with a, and there's another way that you can also do a butterfly project if you're not into the balloon painting, which takes more like a preteen can do that. You could do it with smaller children and just use cutouts of yellow paper. You can do them with paper, which I'm going to show you in the next video. Just simple tracing and drawing. You could also turn this into, which I like for adults who are dealing with anxiety, is you get these paint boards and you do a paint party. So all you have to do is make sure you get the story, the Ocean Festival. You have someone read it. If you want to have the author, then you have to call me. I will be only doing a limited number of parties, and it will be, in accordance with the expenses. So you can have a Wiggles Press, Rochelle O'Neill Thorpe storytelling at your pool party, and we will definitely use the funds to help with some projects that we are creating for children who are dealing with anxiety and their families during this wartime. And also we have a lot of Haitian immigrants, but mainly I want to get to reservations. I want to donate money to my friend's family, Omar. She's a belly dancer. And she is a Native American dancer. And she lives on a reservation in Arizona. So I will show you the things that I will do. These are other objects that I found. So you can paint your rainbow. Hot glue on the dolphins. They had the dolphins available. They had the turtle available. And this is at the chipboard decor. And that is the barcode. So, and I already showed you which dolls to get for the Barbies. Here are some, you can use your imagination. Here's some beautiful glue things. So I'll show you, so you saw the basics of what you need to create the butterfly Tiny the butterfly. Now, the reason why I came up with the name Tiny, it's very important to know that you are complete when you're born, right? So young girls, they are tiny women, right? You are who you are. My family and friends will say, oh, Shelly's just been Shelly since Shelly was Shelly, 3, 4, 5 years old. We don't really change much. No one makes you a woman. No one makes you a man. You are just tiny. And then you become an adult, mature. So that's that. And I hope that this is an inspiration to you. Feel free to get in touch with me, Wiggles Press at publishing at Gmail or publisher at wigglespress.com. And we definitely need your funds, so you can Venmo me, Wiggles Press Venmo. You can also make donations to our planning for our summer party. I will have one this summer. I will let you know where it's going to be. And I will be hoping that you are ResVP this time to come to the Foundry on July 22nd for an introduction to the Ocean Festival, along with the projects that we're doing with Deb Coronin. Again, there's going to be some fun activities around her book, My Baby Brother the Bully, and then followed up with activities for the Ocean Festival. All right, I love you all. Take care.